Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this Friday, March 27th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start it off down at Madison Square Garden in New York City, where the Boston Celtics looking to bounce back after a dismal loss to the Miami Heat at the TD Garden Wednesday night. Take on the New York Knicks, who are definitely out of the playoff race. As the first quarter, the Knicks got on a pair of runs, but the Celtics hang right in there as the Boston Celtics went in the first quarter break, trailing 22-21. But then in the second quarter, Celtics pulled away in the second quarter with some good shots and good looks and good D as the Celtics went in halftime break, leading it 47-39 here. And then the Celtics continued to keep up the pace as they went into the third quarter break, leading it 70-63, and then the Celtics built a 9-point lead halfway into the fourth quarter, but the Knicks kept hanging in there. But once the Knicks got close, Boston had an answer with the free throw line and clutch shots and good defense as all the ingredients of a 96-92 Boston Celtics victory over the New York Knicks. Says Isaiah Thomas, 18 points in the win for the Celtics, while Andrea Brigani had 25 points in the loss for the Knicks. As the Boston Celtics improved their record to 32-40 on the season. As now they're half game ahead of the Brooklyn Nets, 1 game behind the Pacers, a half game behind the Charlotte Hornets for the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference there. As the Celtics bounced back from a dismal Miami loss, and they got a win down in Madison Square Garden, New York City here. And next up for the Boston Celtics, old friend Doc Rivers returns back to the Garden with his Los Angeles Clippers coming back up to the Garden for a 6 o'clock Sunday night showdown at the Garden here as the Celtics take on the Los Angeles Clippers. Okay, let's take a look at the other scores in the NBA here. Detroit Pistons over the Orlando Magic, 111-97 beyond Reggie Jackson's 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. Los Angeles Clippers had no trouble defeating the Philadelphia 76ers, 119-98 beyond Chris Paul's 25 points. Washington Wizards did the Celtics a favor by beating the Charlotte Hornets, 110-107. Atlanta Hawks over the Miami Heat, 99-86. Brooklyn Nets over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 160-98. Behind Joe Johnson's 20 points and 9 assists. Toronto Raptors over the Los Angeles Lakers, 94-83. Houston Rockets leading the Minnesota Timberwolves, 118-103 with 2:17 left in the fourth quarter. As James Harden so far, 33 points so far for the Rockets. With 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the Warriors are seconds away from a 170-84 victory over the Golden State Warriors, as Stephon Curry's got 38 points and 10 assists so far tonight for the Warriors here. North Pelicans 102, Sacramento Kings 88 with a minute 26 left in the third quarter. San Antonio Spurs leading the Dallas Mavericks 66-59. Nope, 66-61. At halftime, Denver Nuggets leading the Utah Jazz 52-39. And with 7:58 left in the first quarter, Portland Trail Blazers lead the Phoenix Suns 9-7. How about those Suns? A victory, and they are holding on to the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference here. Alright, let's take a look at the National Hockey League scoreboard here. We have 9:29 left in the third period. It is Minnesota Wild leading the Calgary Flames 3-1 with 9:29 left in the third period here. In the second period, Columbus Blue Jackets leading the Chicago Blackhawks 4-2. And at the end of the first period, Edmonton Oilers leading the Dallas Stars 1-0. Alright, let's take a look at what is going on in college basketball tournament here. First of all, in the men's NCAA tournament in the second half of the Sweet 16 with 7:56 left in the first half. Duke leading Utah 14-10 in Houston, Texas here. In Syracuse, New York, Oklahoma State leading Michigan State 2-0 here with 19:34 left in the first half here. In the other game in Houston, Gonzaga over UCLA 74-62 as Gonzaga ends UCLA's quest for the Final Four. And the Louisville Cardinals over the North Carolina State, 75-65 in Syracuse, New York. In the NIT. Okay, in the CIT quarterfinal, Kent State leaded Northern Arizona 9-8 with 14:40 left in the first half. Okay, in the women's basketball scoreboard in the NCAA women's tournament in the Sweet 16 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, it's Notre Dame leading Stanford 20-13 here with 10:41 left in the first half. With 13:24 left in the first half, Florida State and Arizona State tied at 9-piece in Greensboro, North Carolina here. And the other one in Greensboro, North Carolina, South Carolina over North Carolina, 67-65. And in Oklahoma City, Baylor defeated Iowa, 81-66. All right, let's take a look at Major League Baseball scoreboard here, the spring training scoreboard here on Nets. Friday night, in the top of the fifth, Kansas City Royals leading the Seattle Mariners 5-0 in the top of the fifth. Bottom of the first, Colorado Rockies leading the San Diego Padres 1-0 in the bottom of the first. In the bottom of the first, Milwaukee Brewers leading the Cincinnati Reds 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first, Los Angeles Dodgers leading the San Francisco Giants 3-0 here. Atlanta Braves over the Boston Red Sox in 7 innings, 4-2. St. Louis Cardinals split squad defeated the New York Mets 5-4. New York Yankees in 6 innings over the Philadelphia Phillies 10-0. In 8 innings, it's Pittsburgh Pirates 4, Minnesota wins 2. Washington National St. Louis Cardinals split squad 1-1 tie. Toronto Blue Jays 4, Detroit Tigers 1. In final 5 innings, Chicago Cubs 6, Chicago White Sox 3. Oakland A's 7, Texas Rangers 6. Arizona Diamondbacks split squad 7, Los Angeles Angels 2. And the first one in the Arizona Diamondbacks split squad second game, they defeat Cleveland Indians 3-2. And Baltimore Orioles and Tampa Bay Rays game got called off due to rain, and that same goes for the Houston Astros Miami Marlins game got canceled due to a counter rain here. Okay, let's take a look at some sports news here. Oklahoma City Thunder star Kevin Durant will miss the remainder of the season because of persistent issues with his right foot, the team announced on Friday. Jeff Gordon talked to a member of his crew after practice at Martinsville Speedway on Friday, as he said that a limited scheduled future could include returning to Martinsville. Archie Manning is leaving the college football playoff selection committee and will be replaced by former Vanderbilt coach Bobby Johnson. College hockey fans got their money's worth with the opening game in the 2015 NCAA hockey tournament as number 3 overall seed Boston University survived an upset bid by Yale when Danny Regan notched a game-winning goal in overtime for a 3-2 victory. The Buffalo Sabres may be looking to make a splash with a change at the coach of this offseason. While due respect to Ted Nolan, he does not seem to be the coach of the future. They may be targeting Mike Babcock, the coach of the Detroit Red Wings. CeCe Bellis sizzles at the Miami Open. Although it was never considered a strong possibility, Tiger Woods official will not play in next week's Shell Houston Open, the last event prior to the Masters. In Peoria, Illinois, Bradley University has announced that the appointment of Brian Wardle as its new basketball coach. Wardle led Wisconsin Green Bay to the 2014 Horizon League regular season championship and 3 straight postseason appearances. 5-star big man Diamond Stone has committed to the Maryland Terrapins not to the decision. In Clearwater, a 90th first proposal to Alex Rodriguez in October will finally take place Sunday. Utah's Jazz legend Hot Rod Hundley is unforgettable. When the New York Yankees acquired Michael Pineda from the Seattle Mariners, they envisioned him someday developing a strong number 2 starter, behind the number 1 starter, Masahiro Tanaka. This has not been an easy stretch for Freddie Roach as he prepares Manny Pacquiao for the biggest fight of his lives in May 2nd versus Floyd Mayweather. And that's going to be it for Sports Roundup here on this late Friday night, March 27, 2015. I'm P. Wilson. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. See you tomorrow.